Working with my hands is something that's it's almost therapeutic, I guess. I've been woodworking probably about 30 years or so. Started like with my dad in our garage whenever I was a little kid, just doing odd things here and there. My parents would make Christmas decorations and stuff like that. Some of them were out of wood, you know, like yard decorations and that kind of thing. And so I've always just kind of been attracted to it.
My name is Master Chief Aaron Coffey. I am the Submarine Force EDMC here at ComSubPac. I think that the Navy kind of gave me the structure that I needed to realize the goals that I had for myself in life. A lot of that kind of surrounded around academia, but also just, you know, life in general. I was a decent student before I joined the Navy, but the Navy put some structure in my life and established very clear expectations and a heavy-duty rigor of, you know, putting the academic content in front of me. And then there's I wouldn't say forced, but a very structured learning system in the nuclear training pipeline. And that type of learning and the discipline that you get from being exposed to that, it helps you breed success into all of the facets of your life.
Service in the military and in a technical rate, I use a lot of what I have learned in the execution of my job as a nuke, the training that I have as a nuclear operator, to learn and understand the machinery, you know, some of the things that we do on the ship with the instrumentation and control equipment. For example, we have to do alignments and calibrations and those kinds of things. That translates directly over to ensuring that your machines are aligned and are calibrated to carry out the executions in the specificity that you need, right? So if I tell the machine I need it to move an inch, it needs to move as close to an inch as it possibly can. So learning that in the Navy and then relearning it to do woodworking is a lot easier because you have that technical background.
I used to get really bothered whenever I ruin a project and, you know, maybe kind of take that as a reflection of self-worth, if you will. But now I'm of the opinion, first of all, there's very little that can't be fixed, even with woodworking. So just keeping that in mind, but also you really can start over, and that's okay. And every single time that you have a problem, something didn't go the way you thought it would or it should have, the way you wanted, you anticipated that it should, you learn from that process and then you move on. I think it's mutually exclusive, both in my job, but also in, you know, the wood shop, that if we are comfortable with the idea that we could fail, we're going to learn from those opportunities, we're going to regroup, and we're going to do it right. Ideally, we do it right the first time, and that's the right amount of time that it takes, but we also have to recognize that we're human beings. We're working with imperfect things, and we are inherently flawed. So if we accept the fact that we're going to make mistakes, then we're okay to fail, and we're going to move on and learn from our mistakes.